Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Discuss Web3 smart contracts and is it all a scam? Because one of the auditing agencies, they see 15 new scam smart contracts an hour. So is this whole Web3 thing one giant scam? This is from Solidus Labs, and it monitors 12 leading blockchains. And especially BNB Smart Chain has an abundance of massive scams. Now, the other blockchains aren't free from scams. They have plenty of scams themselves, but BNB accounts for a huge amount of them. I'm not really sure if BNB smart contracts are just less secure or there's just more scam developers on BNB. I'm considering it's more the second, and because you can actually program scams and hacks and rug pulls into any blockchain smart contract, if the developer wants to program such things into it. And maybe BNB is just easier to program, backdoors and stuff, and then other blockchains, maybe they don't have checks or something, but they have a lot of scams. But Web3 right now, the whole thing kind of looks like a scam with how many frauds there are. And proportionally, it's way more than in traditional finance. But then it is a kind of a young market, and if you don't have regulation, this is kind of what it's going to look like. The Web3 and cryptocurrency spaces from Cointelegraph is seeing a significant amount of smart contract scams proliferating, and this is only the ones it picks up. My guess is that probably half, if not even more than half, of these smart contracts, especially in the DeFi universe and the ones that have to do with finance especially, have fraudulent characteristics, and it's just we don't really see a lot of the small ones. We only really hear about the big ones. So on October 27th, which is 2 days ago, Solidus Labs said that it has been monitoring 12 blockchains, including Ethereum, Polygon, and BNB chains since October 10th, and in that time has detected 188,525 smart contract scams. So when we talk about the big known ones, that the bridge hacks and everything, those are the ones that get publicized, and those are the big ones. But there's hundreds of thousands of scams basically since October 10th in smart contracts. So basically, the vice president of regulatory affairs used to be the United States Consumer Financial Protection Bureau director. And basically, she says, while some of the big ones make the news, the full picture stemming from our data shows the vast majority of these scams go unnoticed. Probably because they don't scam very much money. If a group of people only loses $500 with a scam, it's still a scam. It's just not a very big one, so it doesn't really get reported. It has to become in the millions of dollars to really be reported. So, there's a lot more money loss than we know of. We only hear of the big ones, but the small ones do actually add up. Binance BNB chain is number one, and in fact, 12% of BEP20 tokens exhibit fraudulent characteristics, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot they didn't actually pick up. Ethereum's native ERC20 token standard came second, with 8% of the blockchain's tokens exhibiting scam-like characteristics. So essentially 12% and 8%, that might seem low, but that's 12% of the entire industry, 8% of the entire industry. And that is very, very high in terms of percent of financial products that are outright fraudulent scams. That's not really, really high fees like traditional finance. That's just hey, we're going to rug pull you type of thing, So it's a little bit different. So the thing is, Solidus said these so-called scam token smart contracts are hardwired to steal investor funds and fit alongside other abusive practices. In financial industry, we hear every once in a while of a Bernie Madoff, et cetera, et cetera. But we hear of those things essentially in crypto every other week. And I do believe Terra Luna's collapse actually caused more money than even Bernie Madoff. So Ponzi schemes run amok in cryptocurrency and Web3. So is the whole Web3 thing one giant Ponzi scheme waiting to happen? Or was it made so people can actually scam you of money? The thing is, I know a lot of you are against regulations, but if you don't have regulations, you really can't put a damper on this. There's no way to even lessen this. I mean, you're not going to get rid of this entirely. You're never going to get rid of this entirely. But without any real stricter regulations and any more oversight, you're never going to get rid of any of it. And the thing is, regulatory oversight does help this a little bit. The financial industry, fraud as with scams as it is, proportionally has less than the cryptocurrency industry. I mean, the crypto industry is a fraction of the financial industry, a small fraction of the financial industry's money. And yet we hear of way more scams just in everyday news in the crypto industry, like really like every week or every other week. And the amount stolen from these scams is way bigger than like bank heists or even like corruption in the financial industry. They might steal a couple $1,000,000 here and there. But the thing is, like, we're talking about like hundreds of millions of dollars with like Ronin bridge hack. It's so easy to actually steal digitally. And the thing is, like, they're hardly ever caught. And unlike the financial industry, where like, sometimes like people like Bernie Madoff get life in jail essentially, a lot of these times, like when people like hack these smart contracts, they actually get a bug bounty. Like, hey, congratulations for stealing our money. So I think some of this actually does have to change. I'm not really sure how out of regulations it will change. Now, I want good regulations for the crypto industry, but I don't think we can actually operate without any regulatory improvement because I don't really see how the most of this world will operate on cryptocurrency, or even part of this world, a significant part of this world will opt on cryptocurrency when there's scams amok. And I don't think DeFi can actually replace regular finance or even be alongside regular finance with the abundance of scams that it is. Because high fees are one thing, but high broker fees are one thing. But straight up Ponzi schemes that are built to basically funnel all your money somewhere else and take it away from you are another thing altogether. So let me ask you guys, do you think this whole Web3 new financial system is just another name for, hey, let's open the door for scams and let people scam you? Because I feel like a lot of these DeFi and Web3 things, maybe even the majority of them, are built to be Ponzi schemes and scams. And without regulation, they're going to continue to be that way. You can call it opportunity, but I do definitely see flaws within the system. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Like and subscribe. And I will see you guys later.